away with the invocations.
Please rise if you're able. Remain standing for the pledge. Gracious Lord and Heavenly Father, we do thank you for this morning and for this beautiful spring day that you brought us. And we thank you for the opportunity to spend this time together. We pray that you would be with us during our meeting with every thought, word, and deed, and use this time to bring glory and honor to your precious name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Before we get started, I want to thank all the people who stepped in to help the committee pull off a really great welcome new neighbor. Joanne, Phil, and Peggy did a great job, and thanks to everyone else who helped. So, now we'll start with Joanne, since she has another job to go to.
Okay, and I also appreciate the help. Walter Frank Social Center. We have 2 dates in April that are reserved, and one is for some new people, so I thought that was good. He sent me an email and he said, "You can tell I'm a newbie." And so on the 2nd and the 4th Tuesdays, where's my people? I'm going to have euchre, right? 2nd, 4th Tuesdays?
Let's go beyond
Or
Monday.
Monday, Monday at 6:30. Yeah. Are we starting that this month, the end of the month?
On
You
the-
decide.
On the 4th Monday.
Okay, all righty. So we have that new going, and still have the bingo and the dominoes. And as June said, we had a really nice party, and I was pleased with the chicken and the potato salad. And the only bad thing was that we had 17 people not show up who reserved, which is not very good because we had ordered for 62 people. So we might have to look into something if we have.
Yeah, I'm going to have to solve that problem.
The only thing that happened good about it was I relied on the lady there for how much potato salad. And if we had 17 people, I would have been out of luck because I'd have probably needed another gallon of potato salad. So. Okay, the senior center. I worked yesterday at Enon, and you know, as John, I don't know if you watch Judge Judy, but Judge Judy always says you can't rely on hearsay. But I heard yesterday that the food court at Fairfield is closed because of roaches. That's what I heard. So I don't know if you're going or anything, maybe you better call and find out if the food court's open. So, and I would assume that maybe by the time we go, I guess they're treating it, so. Anyway, the center page came out, and there is a lot going on at the senior center. The annual meeting and senior day luncheon, the senior living resource fair, and the golden wedding anniversary. But I hope you all are getting this, that turned in your memberships. And if you're not getting it, let me know, and we can always still sign up for memberships. So I think that's all.
Joanne, I'm sorry. We just wanted to make sure people realize that euchre we're going to try on the 4th Monday. It's for beginners and intermediate people that are trying to learn euchre more than anything, or that aren't real good at it yet, because we definitely aren't.
Exactly, and it's for square 1 and 2.
Yes.
And we thought we could do it on the Tuesdays because the bingo's on the 1st and the 3rd.
Well, that's why we said we do it on the odd
Right.
weeks of bingo.
Exactly.
But we still do it on Monday night.
Okay.
Okay.
How'd you do on the list? Were you very successful?
We haven't got much done
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I've been playing euchre for years, and I'm still learning.
Well, there's some real hard sharks in that euchre group, so I'm glad to hear that you're welcoming beginners.
Well, we got to learn how to do it ourselves.
Right. And that's at what time, 7 o'clock?
6:30.
6:30. We'll try to get a one call out about it the first time.
We'll
We will.
work on a little bit.
Why wouldn't we? Yeah, we'll do it. right?
That's the fourth Monday of this month is the first
Yes,
one?
yes.
I think, I found those one calls pretty effective. It does remind people who hadn't
Yeah,
thought
Dave,
about it.
Dave does real good at sending them out when I send it to him.
You remind me, I'll put it out.
Well, we're on Dave's subject. When are you going on vacation?
How'd you know I was going on vacation?
Hmm?
Did I?
Yeah.
When am I leaving? Next Friday.
For a week, 10 days?
For a week, yeah.
We'll miss you.
Yes, it will.
That's for
Yes,
sure.
we
I'll be
will.
back.
So who's taking your place while you're gone?
Tony,
It'll be Tony if you got issues.
I'll get the one calls to you before you leave.
Yeah, you better do it before next Thursday.
Oh, Dave, and thanks for having all those tables put up for us on,
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Okay, moving on to the minutes. Anybody have any corrections or additions? If not, they'll stand approved as presented to us in the newsletter. Okay, Phil, I guess you're up, right?
There's one thing, I had Bill Irwin down as our grill master in the minutes, that's how I picked it up last month, that's not correct. Bill is not grilling for us, he's doing our TV. Treasurer's report, our beginning balance last month was $1,400.57. We had $120 in income, expenses $376.15, that was all for the Welcome New Neighbor Party. Our ending balance $1,144.42, and that's that.
Okay.
What do you guys want me to do while I'm up here?
Well, you know, you can sit down, but we're 2 reports away.
Oh, okay.
We're ready for,
I forgot that our brunch is this month at the coffee and conversation.
when is the sign-up sheet going out?
I was gonna bring it up this morning, but I didn't print it. It's gonna be up this afternoon.
Okay, and incidentally, the widow's lunch or dinner sign-up sheet is there. I think they've already filled 2 sheets, so be sure and add your name if you want to go. Okay, now we're ready for Peggy. All good news, right?
Oh, I want to thank everybody for coming to the new neighbors party. If you didn't get to come, you missed a good time, I think. Anyway, I haven't got with Dave, so I'm not sure what to do here. But I know that Ed Dreyer has not moved in yet. He's been thinking about her. Unless,
They were supposed to be here Sunday, because I was supposed to meet with them yesterday.
well, I
Now-
saw the porch light on,
Yeah, so it looks like I'm meeting with them Wednesday.
so they probably are here.
They're in process.
Is that just a man, or,
Just him.
that's what I thought.
What unit are they in?
10A.
What, 10A, Masters? Yes.
Well, that's what you
And then,
Yeah, by me.
I don't know about new people.
Okay, well, you stay right there.
Yeah, I don't get the word.
We've got a few coming. Looks like 2C is Ramon Lavins. I hope I'm saying his name right, Lavins. Brian didn't have a move-in date for me yet on him, just said it's going to be soon. Same with 5B, there's a Dave and Linda Perron, Perron.
They're going to 5B and not 26D.
5B right now, because we got issues with 26D.
Is that's gonna be their permanent spot, or are they gonna go down to 26D later?
Can't answer that one yet. Okay. Who knows, they might get the 5B and just love it there and just stay there. So. But there is a possibility they'll move to 26D. 6A, I got a Robert Harris coming. I've got June, not till June written next to his name. These other ones, I do not have move-in dates, but Joe Goforth is moving into 8A. You've already heard about Ed Dreyer, and you've met with the Simpsons, right? 12A, that's it. So pretty much what leaves us is 9A, 23D, and 33B. Those 3.
I have trouble knowing when people have moved in because nobody notifies me.
Okay.
And
You
it
gotta-
may be a week and I hear, oh, my neighbor moved in, and I feel really bad if I haven't visited them. problem.
Send me an email once a month.
Okay,
Say,
Okay.
Dave, give me an update.
all right.
I won't remember.
Okay, I don't think there's anyone here for sunshine. Both the sunshine people are having cloudy days, so.
I got a couple of minutes.
Oh, okay. Seems sort of hard to put that in.
Nothing else. I mean, it would be sympathy cards. Those of you who have been here a while, you heard that Basil Theodorus passed away back when, and another one that was down in the square, oh geez. Dan lived down next to Neil Kissel. I think he moved in before Joanne Prim did. And that was J.R. Nichols, J.R. as we called him, Junior. He and his wife lived down there. They were active in the lodge and the Eastern Star and everything. When I moved here, he was over in Cunningham. Used to come over and have meals over here in the dining room all the time. He passed away on March the 30th.
That was Joyce Burley, one of our newer people. That was her father.
Yeah,
It was?
yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I talked to her also. She said, JR, they're going to have a memorial service for JR and his late wife at the end of June down here at the cemetery. And it will be a Masonic service. So I said, let me know. We'll get the lodge lined up. That's all I got.
No, you should be up there because you're next again.
Oh, men's lunch?
Yes.
Men's lunch, we're going to Der Dutchman tomorrow. Oh. Want to go with us, Dave?
Der Dutchman, no, I got things to do. That's a long trip, isn't it?
This is the plain city.
That's okay.
Unless we go to the one halfway to Cleveland. That's a little longer.
Sounds like fun, but I can't do it.
Good time will be had by all. Especially Bill.
Okay. Brenda's not here. Stan, do you have anything to report?
No, nothing else. I'm sure everybody's been advised of the name change, but that's the latest news.
Okay, then we're ready for Dave.
Okay. You reminded me of one other thing, the print shop's closing. Everybody's aware of that? Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do, I have to be honest with you. I know I got a list from the print shop of referrals of where you can get stuff printed, but I have yet to even contact any of those right now, so. Yeah.
I was going to be able to walk across and pick it up.
I know, I used to just send my flyers over there to Angie, my business cards, everything. I just sent it over there. Now I don't know what the
Who
heck.
made that decision?
It was corporate.
Corporate, getting a bad name.
I don't know. I got a question about that. Yes.
Is that a national operation or a state
What, the print shop?
operation?
No, it was just campus one. It was just for us. You mean as far as for the other two campuses too?
I thought it was. for
Yeah,
state.
yeah, yeah, state. Yeah.
Outside people use it too.
Yeah, outside people used it too.
Local.
Yeah.
FedEx.
Yeah. FedEx will probably be doing their drop-offs and pickups at the post office. Okay,
This is
so,
what Terry needs.
yeah, so,
She's not thrilled with that idea.
no, but she's got the post office tied of it, so that's where the packages will end up, so nothing we can do about that. I don't have a whole lot going on in April, but we do have the calendar that's coming out. When do they haven't put that out yet, have they?
Yes.
Oh, you do have it? Okay. Well, top of the list, you got the men's lunch. Phil just spoke about that. Good thing you're not going to the mall because they got roaches from what I'm hearing. That's hearsay. You know, I owned a candy store in that mall for 20 years, okay? Each tenant had to have their own pest control contract, and so they had to come in like every other month to inspect and spray and all that stuff. So I find that kind of hard to believe that the mall would allow anything like that to infest their property. I mean, it could be a one limited spot that was vacant or something, or something, I don't know. And then they just closed down the whole food court. Yeah. So I wouldn't think it's spread through the food court, but it's probably one isolated place, so, and then they had to close it. So That's probably what had happened, but I was there for 20 years. We've never had anything like that there. So, find that
We're glad you left there.
I am too, because COVID would have killed my business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd had to close anyway by that probably. So, what's next? Veterans Roll Call is April 11th, correct, Phil?
Yep.
Okay, Coffee Connections next Friday. Tony's on his own. I will not be here. I don't know if I told him that yet. I don't think I will.
And on Veterans Roll Call next week, you can help spread the word. Bill's got a slide up, and I'll get you a one call. The acting manager of the Springfield VA Clinic will be here to talk about the PACT Act. It was just passed in Congress on that burn pit and all that other stuff. So he's going to talk about what's in there and who's covered and what you got to do and this and that and everything else. So
Okay.
I'm hoping we have a full house that night.
And that's at Veterans Roll Call on the 11th.
Yeah.
What else we got coming up? Got the mall trip on the 12th. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it in the news, but I'll have to, see if I can find out anything about that. Because I think a lot of the people that go shopping on that trip, they eat there too, correct? There's plenty of restaurants around. So you got my driver for the whole afternoon with this take. Then we've got, after that, we got the widow's dinner. I just saw the sign-up sheet out there. That sheet is full.
That's the second sheet.
That's the second sheet? Wow.
What's the date on that?
That is Thursday, April 20th. It'll be here in the community center. It is an RSVP. To sign up, there's a sign-up sheet out there. So if you haven't signed up, please sign up. Then we have looks like the ladies' lunch is April 26th. Where are you guys going?
Couple days.
Over by 725, is that way, or?
No, yeah, 48 and
48,
75.
Okay. That's a good place to go, double days. Then, a few things that are coming up. Theater group. Did you want to say anything about theater group right now?
We're going to have a meeting this afternoon at 1 o'clock
1 o'clock.
in this same room. So
Okay.
you're going to be here to tell us stuff,
Well,
so.
I won't be there today because I have an events meeting, but Stacy will.
Okay,
Okay?
Stacy will be there. That's
Stacy
good.
will be there. So no worries. We spoke earlier today. Pickleball. Pickleball. We getting very many participants?
No. I think what we're going to do for the time being is invite players that we know through the pickleball community.
Okay.
To come in and play, and then if people want to watch,
Okay.
they can be an audience, and maybe we'll spark some interest that way.
Yeah, then maybe they'll think, well, I think I can do that.
Yeah.
So, we've had one casualty already, but we'll have to keep an eye on that part.
That's right.
So, but pickleball is Wednesdays, every Wednesday from 1 to 3, and it's in the auditorium. Next coming up, as far as events that we got coming up, we really don't have any in April because we had the fish fry. How did it smell in there Sunday? Did you still smell fish?
Fishy?
Wasn't bad at all. Wasn't bad. I could still smell it Saturday morning when I was in there. It was great.
The fish was great, though.
Yeah, fish was awesome.
How many people did you have now?
I don't know. Deb didn't send me a count yet, and I have a meeting this afternoon with them. So, I know we had over 135 pre-sale. So, it was a pretty good event.
Don't forget cornhole on Fridays. It's really blooming. A lot of people.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can move cornhole outside too with the shuffleboard and the bocce ball stuff. So.
Of course.
But we have game day on Fridays at 10 o'clock over in the clubhouse, which is mostly cornhole right now because we moved it inside because of the weather. But Friday is supposed to be nice, I do believe. So maybe we can move that outside Friday. So in May, we do have Kentucky Derby coming. So May 6th is Kentucky Derby. I don't know which one, 158th or something. I don't know how many years they're up to now. But we'll have our Kentucky Derby party. We'll do the hat day the day before. Flyers will be out. I don't know how I'm going to get them printed. Flyers will be out. We'll get that out and get it okay for as well. And then on May 12th, Dan Shirk from the Resource Center contacted me wanting to know if the events committee would help with a pancake breakfast for the Alzheimer's Association. So that's going to be on May 12th, so it'll be open to all residents and staff and everybody. So it looks like our events committee will be preparing everything, but there'll be a pancake breakfast on May 12th in the clubhouse. Then that brings me to June 30th. We're going to do the fireworks display like we did last year. It's going to be kind of a different event, but it's still all in the works right now, but we will have fireworks. We're still contacting, waiting on some of the lodge chapters to get back to us as far as food-wise. We do have a couple food trucks lined up so far, so if we don't get any of the lodges that will participate, we'll have food trucks out here. I know the Raging Bull Pizza is going to be here. That's the one I know for sure that is coming. But fireworks will be that night. The fireworks company pretty much dictated what day we could have them, so which will be on Friday the 30th. So, other than that, just normal things that are on the calendar that I'm sure you guys all read, but I like to put it back in your heads. Our drivers do mall trips or shopping trips. We go to Walmart every Monday, Kroger's on Tuesday, Myers on Thursday. You know, there's times I've only got 2-3 people on them buses. So if you guys want to go, you don't want to drive, call my driver, okay? And then also the Wellness Center, Matthew's back with his classes. Anybody go to any of his classes? I know there's a few in here. So he's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 o'clock, and then also in the afternoons at 1:30. Now, if you don't want to do the classes and you just want to do the exercise machines, Matthew is in there on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 9 and 2:30 to 3:30 to give you guidance on the machines. So if you're hesitant about working out in the clinic because of the machines, you don't know how to work them, go see Matthew.
He also has the balance, mobility, and strength class, 1:30 to 2:30.
Yeah, 1:30.
So
Monday, Wednesday,
you
Friday,
said
right?
2:30 to 3.
I said 1:30
No, that's in the wellness center with the machines.
with the machines. Okay. Other than that, that's about all I have.
The trash schedule correct? Somebody told me it wasn't.
It's not correct?
Is that correct?
It's like an old one is still there.
Okay, I'll check on it. Oh, yeah, if you guys are going to be gone, you're going on vacation, you're going to leave for more than a couple days, please call me, leave a voice message on my office machine, and then I'll send an email out to maintenance and security so they know that you're gone.
Is the boutique ever going to be opened again?
I don't know. We don't have a place for it, and they're not going to bring it back down in that tunnel because of all the issues that they had in Burdick back here. The boutique had to be open. Or Bancroft, I guess, behind Bancroft. The ladies that run it just don't feel comfortable working in there. So, I don't know. The only other option I got in my head is somewhere in Rickley. Right now, we're looking for a location. That'll probably go back to maintenance and grounds. I think that's who had it before, from what I understand. Yeah.
How much vacation do you get a year? Seems to me like you're gone all the time.
Actually, I've got so much vacation built up that I haven't taken. I think the first 4 years I was here, I didn't take off. Just for a day here and there, that's all I did. So,
You're doing too big a job.
well, I did take a day off last month to go see Bruce Springsteen on a Friday night. We get checked in our hotel room. We had already checked in. We get a message that the concert was canceled. Oh. Sickness. Yeah, so we're up in Columbus, like, well, what are we going to do now? So I took that day off. But we ended up going to a piano bar, a dueling piano bar in Columbus. You ever been to one of them?
They're two pianos and they're butted up against each other. And the guys that play, they sing, they take requests. We had a blast. It was a long walk to get to it, and we had to Uber back.
Something was not chosen, and it was great when you did.
Yeah, so it worked out good, and now I think the concert has to reschedule for sometime in September.
Mayor, Matt is going to play for an hour at 3 o'clock on April 12th in the big exercise room. And he plans to do that the first Wednesday of every month.
First Wednesday. We don't have that on the calendar either.
No, he's only had one.
He had a flyer, he's had one.
Yeah, I saw the flyer hanging up in there.
And this month is, the second week, will be the 12th. But the rest of the time it's the first Wednesday. And we had about 30-some people there.
Well, we also have Matt scheduled for our June 30th event. He'll be playing part of that event, outside.
Yeah, a little bit off these topics. I'm having trouble with some of the phone numbers to reach staff. And some of the numbers are wrong. I called one this morning, and it was some contractor in Springfield.
And who were you calling?
I don't know, I was on Heather Cox.
Get with me afterwards and we'll see what numbers you have.
A number on the screen's good,
I got it right here. I got it right here. You want the number? No, I'll get with you after.
okay.
Where can we get an updated list similar with current numbers like we were given when we moved in? Because those aren't correct anymore.
And now I go on here.
It took 4 calls this morning.
To get Heather?
Well, I never got her. I just called Tom Molitor personally.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we couldn't get,
As far as I know, PBX has that list.
Well,
An
when you
updated
call
list.
PBX now, it says if you want this, press 1. If
I know.
this,
You
well,
got that
I pressed
automated.
4, I pressed 4 and it was wrong.
Yeah. And that was wrong, huh?
oh yeah,
Well, I got
I'll
Mario, and Mario says, well, we didn't change it back, or something.
Okay, we'll have to look.
But I got my issue done, my issue's taken care of.
Yeah, but still it's gonna create more.
Yeah, and I was
Other
just
people
now
are
working
calling.
on K4, and there's a lot of staff people not on K4 that should be, in my view, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of staff people. Joyce?
when you put on your that they're having shopping spree like Myers or whatever, can you put a number to call? So
Yeah.
that you people know what to do here?
We don't have transportation on here, do we? We'll get that put on here.
Thank you.
That should be on here, shouldn't it? Okay.
Are they doing pickups on that nowadays? Because he used to be here at the community center.
No, he picks up down at the village, community center, goes
Okay.
right, so he makes his runs, his stops. So.
While you're still on telephone, it may be isolated, but one resident here said when there were tornado warnings, they were trying to call to get some information. They called safety, they called PBX, they got no answer.
Security, and they got.
Security, I meant.
Right.
Who was calling?
It was, some
One of the
residents in
residents here
village
told me.
wanted to see what the process was, if the tornado was coming, and they didn't even get answers. They didn't even answer.
So they were calling, wanting to know if there was a tornado coming?
No, they just
No,
wanted to know
wanted to
what
get into
people
the-
were supposed to do,
Okay.
protocol.
They wanted to get into the.
Well, I mean, it's just like living anywhere else, in my mind, especially if you guys down in the village. You don't have time to get to the tunnel.
Right.
You get in to probably your inside bathroom, right where you go. Get away from the windows, close your doors, get in there. That's where you're supposed to go.
Take a bath.
But-
Pretty much.
But the point was, they couldn't get
The
anybody.
point was the telephone problem.
Yeah, the telephone.
No
The other
security,
guys
no
called
PBX.
security, and there's nobody answering.
Well, they probably had a bunch of calls at that time, probably about the tornado probably.
I tried to call PBX 2 or 3 different days, and I get no answer.
Really? Even when it goes through the automated?
Well, that'll come on, but if I want to talk to an operator, you get no,
Just
nothing.
during the day? Huh.
Well, this morning.
Yeah. And you never got the operator?
9:40.
Off campus.
And I wanted an individual, and it wouldn't work.
Okay. And
you go on there and it's long. You go on K4 and some of the numbers, like I said, one of them is a contractor off campus.
The day of the first windstorm, my spouting came down off of the patio, and it kept banging against the post, and I could get no one.
Just call me if you don't get anybody.
You might be on vacation.
You can't be bothered you for that stuff. I don't know if I'll have reception that week. Bother you so much. No, that was the first for me. That was really fun.
Well, when I called security, it says their mailbox is full. That doesn't give me a very secure feeling.
No, not at all.
Like everything else, starts out.
Yeah. I think the new phone system for the apartments has made an improvement for them. But I got a feeling it's made a complication for the buildings. Yeah. Well, we haven't got it, we have not upgraded in Scottish Rite yet. So we're the last one. So the rest of the campus is on the new system, but we're not yet. We're probably going to do it when I'm gone. I hope they do it. And you'll be lost when you get back. Yeah, I hope it happens when I get back. Yeah.
You got such a good
I
relationship
want to
with...
mention, we have a new manager in the, or chef. What's happened there?
You guys probably know more than I do about that.
Well, it just, a
Yeah,
lot
Amy-
of people don't even know there's been a change.
Yeah, Amy's gone.
Yeah.
The new one is gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
I've just heard bits and pieces, but I have not been updated on it.
I was told she was invited.
And I thought it was.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's where we're out.
but I did get an email from Nathan this morning. Please join me in congratulating Jessica Wallen for being promoted to Assistant Manager of Production for the Community Center. Does everybody know who Jessica Wallen is?
No.
Is she the one that usually cooks?
I don't know. I would think
Makes a
so.
lasagna, I think.
Okay. And then Tiffany Nelson is being promoted to Assistant Director of Food Nutrition and Campus Dining. Tiffany's over in Burdick, in Diet. So, but Jessica Wallen is Assistant Manager.
Who's going to print the menus now? Don't tell me K4.
Won't be paid
Because Natasha's not here, is she?
for. I just saw her, so hopefully not.
Well, this Thursday's the Sunday bar.
Yeah. Sunday bar this Thursday. How was the potato bar?
Great.
Good.
Baked.
Huh?
Baked.
Baked potato bar.
Baked. How was the bar? Baked.
Quality of it.
Ignore him.
Oh, okay. Was there stuff you couldn't eat on there or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Any old business? Under new business, I think we need to discuss what we're gonna do about all the no-shows for events. We're gonna have to start charging a small amount, just, because, 17 is a lot of people that don't show up, and some of them are habitual no-shows. Pay forward.
Are you at, yeah, if you're, I don't know if you're able to ask for a deposit, and that involves a person having to deal with money, but that, if you pay, like she said, pay forward, maybe you're more likely to, I don't want to lose my money, and show up.
Yeah.
What function are you speaking of?
We couldn't, it's the new neighbor, we were at our
Oh,
daughter's
okay.
birthday.
But I thought we paid ahead for that.
No, you didn't pay anything at all.
I paid
That's the
something.
one
Hmm?
at Frank.
You paid for the fish fry, you didn't pay for the new neighbor.
Right.
But somebody came around and asked me for money?
That was,
That was at
Oh,
Walter
before,
Frank.
oh, okay.
I have an idea.
All right.
Why not, and the fish fry, like fish fry, charge $10 more, and you get the 10 back when you show up. Yeah, the regular price plus $10, you get the $10, that way they'll show up because
And
they
we
get.
have a treasurer who's willing to do it, look.
that's the
That's
next
some
problem,
look.
who's, who's
Get a
gonna-
picture of that look.
You could bill for no shows, try to collect it. You can bill for no show.
People don't pay their
I've done
dues
that.
for this.
Well, I think we wouldn't get very far with that here.
Well, you get their attention,
Yeah.
you get their attention, you send them a bill for not showing up.
But who's gonna do that? Bill?
President.
Yay, there we go.
I think the paying ahead of time is the best. It doesn't have to be a huge amount, but
Yes.
how much did we end up paying for the new neighbor?
About $5 a head.
$376.15. $376.15.
Well, it's nice to see more, there are a lot of new people there, which it just shows me that the newer people are interested in socialization a little more, so I think we need to keep up doing, try to do an event a month or certainly every other month, but you know, we'll see how the potluck goes for the brunch.
You want a Cape Horse light on the brunch thing and Walter Frank?
Coffee conversation.
That's, put it on Cape Horse, everybody's gonna see it.
No, let's not put it
Well,
on.
it's our regular meeting for square one and two, it's never,
Right.
so that wouldn't be.
I can do a one call, but you don't wanna slide on it.
No.
Jim, we neglected to thank Tom for helping at the new neighbor party. At the last minute, he was not aware he was gonna have anything to do, but
Right, I should have mentioned him by name and I didn't. But it went very well. I was sorry to miss it. Biggest party of the year and I'm not there. But it was sort of embarrassing. We hadn't had one for over a year. There were, how many new people were there?
28, I think, that were
Bill
invited.
type 24, somebody said 24 out of 48.
Well, of the no-shows, most of them were older, residents who'd been here a while, right?
We had 29 new residents that were 38 new residents that were invited. 20, total, 29 had signed up, 7 no-shows, and then we had 2 walk-ins. We had 24 new residents
Out of how many?
out of 38, actually out of 40.
Yeah. So then most of the no-shows were residents who'd been here.
Yeah. You being one of them.
Well, I had a good excuse.
Yeah, but you signed up.
But I also notified somebody that I wasn't coming, so.
I want to thank Peg Dory, she helped do half the chicken out. She asked if she could help, and I said yes.
No help is ever turned down, right? And anybody, don't feel shy about volunteering. If you want to be involved in something, just push your way in. We aren't always open enough about that. I think it's because you get tired of asking the same people to help. It's sort of embarrassing. Okay, yes?
June, would you go over a little bit about the brunch that we're having? It's at the Coffee and Connection Date on the 15th,
Conversation.
Coffee and conversation.
Conversation.
Joanne, you want to speak to that a little bit?
It could just be breakfast type foods, casseroles, or it's going to be, and have we decided whether we're going to have the meeting before or after or during?
I think just maybe during, huh?
That might be, yeah. I was just hoping that we would get more people there. And
And-
when you say food, people come for food. So
What's
I
the
hope we get
date
more
again?
there. So just bring brunch type stuff, casseroles or you bring cakes and pies, whatever.
But I wonder if the new people know about it. Is it advertised anywhere?
Well, it was mentioned in the minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna write up a one call.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll send it to Dave. I'll try to have him get it out maybe tomorrow with the information on the flyer that I've got done up. The flyer will be out here this afternoon. I forgot to print it off. Well, I have a little bit to do yet.
Yeah, and just bring yourself and bring a friend with you.
And what's the date?
It's Saturday, what's that, the 16th?
April 15th, Income Tax Day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
10 o'clock.
What's a one call line? You've said it enough
They said
times.
10.
Oh.
The campus has a robocall system. So when you moved in, filled out your paperwork and all that, your phone number was supposed to have been entered into that master system. Now, they can do a one call to the whole campus. They can do a one call and include your emergency contacts. They can break it out and do a one call just down to the square, Masonic Square 1 and 2. I presume they can do Scottish Rite, then they can do the health care, that type of thing. If you are not getting the one calls, for example, next Tuesday, Veterans Roll Call, there's going to be a one call for that that'll go out probably Tuesday morning. Well, a one call went out for this meeting yesterday at 1 o'clock.
I didn't say I wouldn't get them, I didn't
Okay.
realize what a one call was.
Yeah, that's what we call a one call, or at least that's what I call a one call. So I write it up, I send it to Dave, and then he plugs it into the system.
The actual system is called One Call System.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Morningstar Lodge uses a one call system. It's a different company, but it's the same thing.
So who do we call if we're not getting it? I'm not getting
you call me.
Okay.
If you did not get the one call for the meeting today, let Dave know, because if you change your phone number, the one call system does not know. So,
I thought I turned in my new number.
let Dave know.
Okay.
We'll blame Dave.
Okay.
Gail, is it the same number on page 4?
Any special announcements?
Hold on a minute. I'm looking at
We'll work on what we're going to do about no-shows and let you know next meeting. But I think paying ahead, it doesn't have to be a huge amount, but just, something.
744?
Okay.
Okay.
But if you paid ahead, would you have to maybe give some sort of a notice to prove that they did, or you're just gonna have the list? Yeah, like tickets? Yeah. You have to have a list where you check in,
We'll have to figure all that out.
yeah.
Phil will have to figure all that out.
Between Phil and Dave, I mean, the campus
Dave's
would
gonna be
like-
gone next.
Yeah, Dave's on vacation then, yeah.
But Dave at least gets paid.
Right.
Not enough.
He,
More than Phil
Amen.
gets. Anybody who wants to volunteer to help for anything, let us know. We'll find something for you to do.
In a hurry.
And if there's any new activities you want to start, feel free to.
if there's a way, and this might involve Dave, if there is some way to get that computer in that game room working, and I know I've discussed this with you, people mess it up, I guess, or something. Because that, I've tried a few times, thinking that once the print shop closes, maybe some could use that.
No, don't do that.
Oh, well, but
We used
any,
to have a resident that used to use that all the time, and we were constantly replacing the ink cartridges in that.
Oh,
And they're
no.
not cheap.
but if anybody doesn't have one, that could, because, well, I use mine, but if somebody doesn't have one, because that thing's defunct 9 out of 10 times.
Huh.
Well, and it's so old.
Yeah,
It was old when I came here.
but so are we. We're not gonna be gotten rid of. No. We're gonna be fixed. Bill, that's gonna be on television. Turn that around.
Okay, anybody else have a comment?
You
questions,
devil.
et cetera? Hey, did you get ice cream?
I'll have Dad
at the
start
ice cream
checking it
shop?
out.
Thank you. But it'll get messed up again,
What about
Dave.
the ice cream shop?
I just wondered if Larry could tell us, did we ever get ice cream in the last,
Oh, it's gone already.
Yes.
are we getting it?
over today, I don't know. I'll know in about half an hour.
All right, well, who is supposed to be in charge of the ordering?
John will.
Pardon? John Willie.
That's the problem. Dave's keeping quiet about that.
I'm sorry, I was reading. Tony sent me an email. I was reading it. What-
John Willie is in charge of ordering the ice cream, we're
Yes,
told.
yes, I don't want that one.
So we'll look this way, please.
Is Stacy the?
Stacy oversees John, yes.
Okay. All right, I think we're
Did
ready.
did everybody sign in on the list over there?
Stan, would you like to lead us in the? Sure.
Great architect of the universe, we thank you for the many blessings you bestowed upon our facility. As we approach the Easter season, we must be ever mindful of the death and resurrection of your Son, Jesus Christ. We ask that you extend your blessings to any of our residents or staff that are dealing with illness or death in the family, and ask that you console them. We also ask for your continued blessings and direction for the officers, staff, and the board in making this the best place to live. We ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.